Hello. So right now we're going to talk about one of the main types of problems that we're going to talk about related to lines. You guys have now learned how to calculate the slope of lines, the slope of a line that goes through 2 points, and you guys have learned that you can have lines that have positive slope, lines that have negative slope, lines that have zero slope, and lines that have undefined slope. And you guys have learned uh, basically the way they're going to look. If a line, tilts like this, right, then it's going to have a positive slope. If it tilts like this, negative. If it's horizontal, it'll have a zero slope. And if it's vertical, it'll have an undefined slope. Okay. Now, the main classes of equations of lines that we're going to use are going to be roughly in these classes. Okay. And basically, one of the main goals that we're gonna solve a lot is basically to find the equation of a line, which goes through 2 points. And depending on the situation, we might either decide to calculate that line equation in standard form, in slope-intercept form, or in point-slope form. Now, so let me just write briefly some examples here. Okay. Now the examples I'm going to give are not really going to be important for us, but they're just to show you what they would look like. Here, this A is a number, this B is a number, and this C is a number. Okay, so like let's say I have 3x plus 2y equals 7. That is the equation of a line in standard form. Okay. What about this? The slope-intercept form. This is called the slope-intercept form because this number m represents the slope of the line, and this number b represents the y-intercept. So for example, I could have the example y equals 1/2 x minus 3, whatever. This will be a line and slope-intercept form with slope 1/2 and with y-intercept -3. Okay. Then we can have the point-slope form. So for example, if I have a line going through let's say 1, 2 with slope let's say with slope 3/2, right? Then I can write the equation through this one with y minus 2 equals to 3/2 x minus 1. Okay, because what this equation says is that it's the equation of the line going through the point x naught y naught with slope m. So here my x naught y naught is 1, 2. X naught is my 1, y naught is my 2, and my slope is 3/2. Okay, and so that would be the equation going through the point 1, 2 with slope 3/2. And of course we're going to do more examples of this over time, so don't panic if it looks like I rushed through this. I just want you to see what these kind of equations are going to look like, and we're going to go through several examples soon, and you're going to understand better what's going on. Also, in some cases, how to convert between these forms and related issues. Now, I feel that it's extremely important that I talk about these two equations as well, because they're very important. For lines that have an undefined slope, we saw that occurred when they were vertical. Now, the equation of a vertical line through the x-axis with x value c will be like this. Okay. So for example, if I were to write x equals 3, that's the vertical line that goes through the x coordinate 3. Okay. In a similar way, the equation y equals c is the horizontal line through the y-axis at y equals c. We recall that the horizontal lines occur when the slope is 0. So if you get a 0 slope, you know it's going to be a horizontal line. And let's say we know it goes through a point with y coordinate 4. You could say y equals 4. So whenever you know it's going to be a horizontal or a vertical line, then it's going to be one of these forms. I kind of separated them off to the side because they're kind of like, I don't want to say that they're less interesting or that they're less important, but because they're not. They're absolutely important. We're going to see them a lot. But Uh, but I wanted to isolate them as special cases that are worthy of our interest, and that we can and that I want you guys to know ahead of time. So again, if we have x equals 3, this is the equation of a vertical line that goes through the x-axis at the value 3, and y equals 4, for example, would be the equation of a horizontal line that goes through the y-axis at y equals 4. Now we're going to begin to do some examples about this, and hope you've enjoyed this, and let's get started. Thank you.